Hibs 2, Gent 3 in a dramatic night at Easter Road when it looked as if this game could go Hibs' way. There were 2-1 up, 3 minutes left in the clock, and then dramatically the whole game turned on its head, and in the counter-attack right at the death and injury time, Gent raced up the park and scored what proved to be the winning goal. It went one way, it went the other. Tam McManus, can you believe what you've just witnessed?
No, I can't. I thought Hibs were going to do it. You know, they're 3 or 4 minutes away from progressing into the group stages, and they lose a goal at a set piece, which we'd never associate with this Hibs team. They've been very, very solid this season. Just switch off at a set play, goes to 2 each, then Callum Wright has an unbelievable chance at the other end, Peter, to go 3-2 to win the tie. He misses it. Corner kick, counter attack, they got the park and score. It's an absolute gutter if you're a Hibs supporter.
It is a gutter for being a Hibs fan, but it's completely and utterly demoralising for Scottish football to see so many of our teams exit European football, and tonight just really puts the tin lid on it, because it's nothing but depression. Apart from obviously the highlight of Hearts, Hibs now are out of Europe, and that's a big, big financial loss.
Yeah, I think we had Hibs and Hearts, you know, £4, £5, £6 million. To the old firm, it's not a lot of money. For clubs out with that, it's huge money. And there was a capacity crowd here, 18,000, 19,000. You know, Hibs started really slowly. And we spoke about it, as soon as Hibs lost the first goal, they seemed to go in the attack, and it seemed to waken them up. And second half, I thought Hibs were outstanding. You know, the performance in the second half deserved to go through, but sometimes you don't get what you deserve. And Gent took their chance at the other end. But yeah, and probably the one club, Hearts, where you thought were probably out. You know, Celtic, you probably said, were probably going to get through, and it just shows you can never predict anything. But unfortunate night for Hibs tonight.
The misery continues for Scottish football, because earlier on it was Freiburg who defeated Motherwell by 4-1, and yet again Motherwell were down to 10 men after the hour. 7-2 in aggregate. I think everybody expected Motherwell to go out, but the big news is Rangers going out in a penalty shootout, and Derek McInnes didn't mince his words after the game. Rangers woeful, nobody get pass marks. 2 young people who took the penalty kicks, James Penrice and Finlay Curtis, in tears because they've missed the penalties. But at the end of the day, Rangers simply not good enough.
No, they haven't been, and I said it during the week. You know, I see nothing from this Rangers team at the moment that thinks they're going to go and win games. I just don't think they're good enough at the moment. They keep signing players. I don't think Derek knows his best team at the minute. He's chopping and changing. You know, the captain, he named at the start of the season, is not a starter, which is incredible. So no surprise to me that Rangers went out. Fair play to the 2 young lads for stepping up and taking the penalties. It takes a lot of courage to do that. I hope they don't get slaughtered like Luke McCowan got during the week for his performance for Celtic. But another body blow for Rangers financially, and out of Europe altogether is unbelievable for a club of Rangers size. And
just finally on this, Tam, we'll talk about it on the football show undoubtedly at 4 o'clock tomorrow, but it's not only a bad night for Scottish football, but overall in European performances it is woefully depressing, because Celtic are into the Europa League, they were humiliated, and over and above that the only high really has to be Hearts. They are exempt from all criticism. The rest of them have let the country down because their performances have been simply embarrassing.
Yeah, I think when you look at the 5 clubs going into Europe, you know, obviously Celtic were at least guaranteed the Europa League. For Rangers, you're thinking Europa League, if they get knocked out of that, they'll surely qualify for the Conference League. They've been out of both competitions. You know, Hibs have been out of the Conference League as well. Motherwell, I would probably be exempt for that. You know, they've had a really tough tie against a Bundesliga type side. I don't think they've disgraced themselves, but yeah, Scottish football is what it is. We're going down the pecking order alarming late, Peter. And you know, there's a big summit coming up in a couple of weeks, and something has to be done to change the overall look at Scottish football.
Not a great night for Hibs here, a dramatic night where they lost right to the death by 3-2. Elsewhere, I think Tam's 100% correct. Motherwell exempt. Were they expected really to beat a Bundesliga side? Rangers absolutely woeful tonight, and their manager was the man who summed up their performance. Celtic embarrassed, and well played to Hearts. They find themselves looking forward to European football. So only 2 teams flying the flag for Scottish football. As Tam mentioned, the coefficient, the standard of our game. Give us your thoughts on it and join us tomorrow at 4 o'clock on the football show. I'll bring you a reaction here from Easter Road, from the manager and the players, on a dismal night at Easter Road where Hibs crash out of Europe as well as Rangers. Finished here at Easter Road. Hibs 2, Gent 3.